Hey, Brandon here with RevZilla, and today on Ride Tested, we are checking out the Bell Race Star Flex DLX helmet. There is a lot going on with this lid, some of the latest and greatest technology in this particular helmet. Really excited about it. So let's grab that R6 and check it out.
So the Bell Race Star Flex DLX helmet, I am honestly a huge fan of this helmet. I really like it, and I think I can honestly say I didn't really love the Bell Star series in the past. I thought they were a little bit heavy. I thought they were a little bit on the loud side of the spectrum, and this feels night and day from some of the previous generations that they have created. So kudos to Bell for sure. I also wanted to note, I think it was 1966 was the first full face helmet in the moto industry, and that was the Bell Star line, which is pretty awesome. And then 1975, I believe it is when they came out with the first motorcycle full face helmet with a flip up visor, which is pretty awesome. And again, that was a part of the Bell Star line, which is pretty crazy to think it wasn't until 1975 when someone was like, hey, we should put a visor on here for the motorcycle riders. Pretty crazy, but it's really neat to see the technology and how it's advanced from what it used to be, because I can tell you it was very basic, about as basic as you can get. And this helmet has some of the latest and greatest technology that you can even get on the market today with this particular helmet. And that's what I wanted to talk about, and talk about some of the updates, some of the changes, and really just kind of why I've grown to love this helmet so much. And the first thing I wanted to talk about is the overall fit. That has improved dramatically. It's definitely an intermediate oval internal shape and works really well for me. I think that was one thing Spurgeon and I really agreed on. I mean, it was absolutely night and day difference for us both as far as the fitment goes. So that's really nice. They're using multiple densities with the liner, or the cheek pads, I should say. So again, just way more comfortable than the previous generation. I think one of the biggest benefits is the Panovision Pro Tint photochromatic face shield that this helmet utilizes, and that's where that DLX is coming into play. It is a transitional shield. Obviously, it transitions from light to dark depending on how much light or sunlight, UV rays, are emitted onto the shield itself. Now, one little nitpick there, I think it could definitely go a little bit darker in the transition. I think that's some common feedback that people have experienced, and I agree with that. I think the shield could transition to be a little bit darker in the sunlight. I think that would make a big difference for me personally. It works. I think it could be a little bit better if I had to nitpick something. But I will say the field of vision is incredible. The Panovision there, I've got really wide field of vision, tons of peripheral vision on the left and right, of course. And then I've got great vision up and down vertically, because this is designed, as a race bred helmet. When you're full tuck, locked into the tank, if you're at the track or, riding, doing some club racing, anything like that, it is designed for that application. And they actually worked with racers, pro racers, to develop the technology in this helmet. And it's always great to, see that and to have pro-level riders helping the teams develop the technology and utilize it, and it always gets trickled down to the everyday rider like myself. The other thing on the interior, they have speaker pockets, which is amazing. Thank you. My gosh, we got to have speaker pockets nowadays. I always want to add my communication system to my helmets, and the Cena unit I'm using now fits perfectly in there. I didn't have any troubles fitting the speakers in that recessed area or any of the wiring, any of that stuff. You could argue this is a little bit on the heavier side of the spectrum. 3 pounds, I think 5 ounces in a medium. It's a full carbon helmet. It is one of those things, I could totally see that. There's a few other helmets out there on the market that are definitely going to be lighter, but I will say it is well balanced. I've ridden with the helmet without all this stuff on it. I've got my GoPro and the Cena. That stuff's going to add weight and, kind of unbalance it a bit with the GoPro off-centered right here and just hanging out a little bit. But I will say at highway speeds, didn't have any of this stuff on. I really felt like they did a good job with the overall balance of the helmet, and that is a real thing for sure. Now on the interior, we've got the Flex. That is directly associated with, it's a 3-layer system that's directly associated with impact protection, and it's designed to absorb energy, of course, absorb impact and disperse it accordingly. And it utilizes different layers because, there's low speed impact, there's high speed impact. Those things are going to require, a different type of protection. Obviously, you know, a high-speed impact, you want something that's a little bit thicker, a little bit stronger, a little bit more stout to absorb that energy. A low-speed impact, if you've got that thicker, really stronger piece, you know, it's not going to be soft and absorb it the way that it should. So that's where that is going to come into play and add some serious benefit for you with that flex liner system. And again, that is developed by a multitude of different, you know, riders out there, tested at the track, and it's, again, great to see that technology trickling down to the everyday rider like myself and like you guys out there. It's tough to beat, especially for something that you could use as a commuter, no problem, but easily something that you can take to the track. You've got the Snell certification, and it's actually designed and bred to be at the track and be comfortable in that tucked, more aggressive riding position. So, whew, hats off to you, Bell. I'm telling you, I'm a fan. I think you guys did a good job on this particular lid, no doubt about it. But guys, I'm going to get back to enjoying the streets out here and enjoying this R6, having some fun. If you guys are looking for the nitty-gritty details, head over to RevZilla.com. I think old Spurgey broke this helmet down for us and gave us some additional insight. And as always, if you have any questions about this lid or you're comparing it to other options, don't hesitate to reach out. I'm always happy to talk bikes and talk gear with anybody out there. Thanks for hanging out and checking out this old Bell helmet that we got here. As always, keep it pinned. Woo!